Hello. It's been a while since I've been on, but I like to give you guys content, okay? And this is about leadership, man. Just the things that I just been learning, that I've been walking through. That to me, the best teacher are us, because we walk this thing every day. The best teacher are the mothers that have children, because they have children and they understand what children are like. You get what I'm saying? The best teacher for advice for marriage are people that are married, because they kind of understand the ins and outs. They know what it's like to be home with a woman. She knows what it's like to be home with a man. So all these things that I'm saying currently right now, that's why I feel like I can say what I'm about to say today, is because I'm currently going through this. I'm currently working my way out. And for some of us that are leaders at our jobs, right, we are called to be respectable to people, correct? And to understand our associates or members or whoever or customers. But we also have to understand that there's a line that as leadership we cannot cross. And that line is when you're at work, it's called that friendship line, okay? Especially when you're at work, all right? The reason why I say that is because, remember, you are a leader. You are being looked upon. You are being looked at. So no matter what you guys think, everybody's looking at us, period. Everybody's looking at us. And so because everybody's looking at us, whether you're a leader in your house, with your kids, your family, you're a leader in some way or form or fashion. And when we cross that line to friendship over business, then the people begin to feel like that you are leading, that they can say certain things because you have now opened that space to them. And it's very important to understand that space must stay closed. Not because you're being mean, not because it's mean, but because of the fact that it's business. And that when we're at work, they're paying you as a leader to get the job done, because obviously they believe in you. Remember that. That is the key. They're paying you as a leader to make sure the job gets done efficiently, effectively, right? So when it don't get done, it's not just on the associate or the crew that you have. It's also on you. And what I realize is, as much as I try to help the people, as much as I try to say come in on time, as much as I try to say don't get fired, the people will let themselves get fired because they cannot decipher the difference between work, business, and what we do while we're at work. So that's why I'm telling you, as a leader, you cannot cross that line. If you cross that line as a leader, you are going to be dead in the water. You ever heard this saying, don't let the inmates control the yard. If the inmates control the yard, you're doomed. Everything's going to be happening. There's another saying that I like. Don't be your children's friend, be their parents. Because the moment you become your children's friend, they think they can talk to you a certain way. They think they don't have to listen for those seconds or time. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys as a leader. I'm trying to give you guys examples, man. You can be nice. It's okay. Hey, how you doing? That's great. Family good? That's great. But when we're at work, everybody, I'm telling you, if you don't have a team that has your back, that understands that it's business when we're at work, you're going to be dead in the water. You're going to be dead in the water. And sometimes to get these rotten apples out off your team that don't understand that you're the boss, that don't understand that what you're asking for has nothing to do with I'm not telling you to clean my car, right? I'm not telling you to go wash my clothes. I'm telling you to do your job. And in the moment of me telling you to do your job, you are now mad at me for telling you to do your job. And as much as you want to be nice, sometimes you got to make an example out of someone, and they may have to get written up. Because if you don't make that example, then everybody else doesn't stay in line. You see, what is that? I know that sounds crazy with how I'm saying it, but it's just the reality when you're in leadership. If people see that this person gets away with hell, we all been associate members, whatever. When we saw that this person was getting away with everything, and when the boss came and said something to us, we all looked at like, well, Jason ain't doing it, Kiki ain't doing it, this person ain't doing it, right? So that's why as leaders, what you do for someone else, you're going to have to do for everybody else. Because then that's favoritism. Then that's an ethics issue, right? So now, so you have to make a decision when you go into work every day. There is no favorites. The same way I need this person to get the work done is the same way you're going to get the work done. And guess what? The same way I wrote that person up, it's going to be the same way I write you up when you don't get it done. Because at the end of the day, it's business. We got a business to run. And people need to understand that. If you got a team that don't understand that, I learned that sometimes you're going to have to step on toes. Because there are people that you're currently leading, right, that are used to the old way. They are used to how things used to be. And you're coming in there not changing policy. Oh, excuse me. You're coming in there not changing policies or anything like that. You're doing what the job is telling you to do, but there's an excellence that need to be done. And for example, if some people if for the people that work overnight, you know, everything's a time limit. Everything's time. So if we're wasting time, you're going to be dead in the water. Everything's about time. So if this aisle take 2 hours, but this person is taking 3-4 hours to finish it, you're dead in the water, man. It's done. It's over. And so that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. If you know, hey, man, this aisle need to be done at this time, and they don't get it done within a reasonable time, hey, it's not my fault that I'm getting on you about speeding up. And then if they have an issue, right, this is just what I'm trying to explain, guys. If they have an issue about what you're saying, and you done talk to them, you done trying to teach and train all these things, and they still don't want to do it, then now we got to start that process of what? Writing people up, right? Because now we got to step on the toes. Because maybe if he gets a write-up or she gets a write-up, then maybe she ain't going to do it again. But also, it's sad to say, but maybe the write-ups is this person getting out of here. Because the question is, as we're going to have to answer to accountability, right? They're going to have to answer to accountability. You're either going to rise to accountability or you're not. There's a job that has to be done. And watch this. There are a million other people that are looking for a job. And sometimes, as much as we don't want to do it, we don't want to let people go. We know people need jobs. But, hey, this may not be the department for you. You know? You may have to find something else. And there's nothing wrong with that. And, hey, I would suggest you look for a different department. Because if you can't get it together here, I don't want to have to keep writing you up. And then now you're getting fired because you can't do the job. You guys understand what I'm saying? That's how you're going to have to start stepping on toes. This is how you're going to start weeding the bad apples out. Because I'm telling you, the problem is you got to get people on your team with the same mindset. I'm telling you, you get people on your team with the same mindset that understand that, man, we are here to work. that understand that this is business, that understand that they are here to work a job. They're not here to do less work to get less done. No, they are here to work a job. And because they are here to work a job, we have to get the job done. It's so important that we get everybody on one vision. So that's teaching and training. But after teaching and training, how much teaching and training do we need to do, right? To a particular person gets it. And everybody deals with it, whether you're at a gas station, whether you're at a Walmart, Publix, Target, Walgreens, wherever you're at, you deal with people that don't get it. You deal with people that you done spoke to them 5,000 times. You done gave them 5,000 chances. Okay, well, guess what? It's time to write these people up. Because when you write them up, that holds them to accountability. You see? They either gonna, and then they're gonna be mad, and that's fine. That's what I realized in our role. Man, you can tell people, man, I got a thing of donuts. And they gonna be mad that you didn't get Dunkin' Donuts. But you got them donuts. So I'm trying to help somebody here. Dog, ma'am, sir, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they're going to be mad regardless. Because they here at work and they already mad that they here at work. You got to have that mindset. They already don't want to be at work. So so what I do, whatever I say, I don't even wait for them to respond. Hey, I need you here. This is where I need you. This is the time it need to be done. I'm coming to check in an hour. Boom, and I walk away. That's it. I don't have time to hear him say or do or whatever that is. I don't have time to hear, say, do whatever they want us to do, right? So I'm encouraging you guys to don't be afraid to hold people accountable. You're going to have to in order to get the right people on your team, man. Because I'm telling you, there's too many people that are ungrateful that got jobs, and because they are so used to doing something some way, that now they're not being held accountable. I don't like to call nobody in the office either. But I'll say at the same time, hey, they're going to have to get held accountable. And if they can't do the job, then we're going to have to find someone to do the job. And that's just the reality of it. We're going to have to find people that want to do the job so you can get the right team so this thing can function correctly. It ain't going to function correctly when you got someone on the team that's negative. It's not going to function correctly when you still got a bad apple on the team that's still blah, 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 saying all this negative stuff about the team, bringing the morale of the team down, don't want to hold nobody accountable. So if you still have someone on the team that's doing that, it's a problem, okay? And sometimes in order to weed these people out, you got to start holding them accountable. The first thing I would do is, man, you may have to look for a different department. And then when you tell them that, if they can't look for a different department and they still want to be here, then us as leaders going to have to let them know, well, all that negative talk and all that going to have to change. If you ain't got nothing good to say, I don't need you to say it. You see? Because it's all a mindset, man. It's all about a mindset. I love you guys. Be blessed.